Hey everybody, Joel here. Welcome to the Never Diet Facebook group. I am super excited to start neverdiet.com. What is this group about? This group is a passion project for me to help other people eat healthy, be happier, and just work on their healthy eating. Because if you work on actually healthy eating and eating the right kinds of foods that heal you, that fill you up, that satisfy you, natural foods that are good for you, so many things will happen to you in your life. Benefits. It's amazing what will happen to you. You will probably lose some weight if that's your goal. You probably will. You will feel better. You'll look better. Your insides will be better. You'll be healthier. I'm going to share with you my motivation to starting this. I'm going to tell a story. I just got back from my walk with my wife. We walk the dogs twice a day. That's about the amount of exercise I get. I do some other exercises, but I'm not a gym person. But let me go ahead and give you guys kind of the background. And some of you know my story, and you can read some of the posts in here and see pictures of me. Yes, I used to weigh 320 pounds. Stepped on the scale the other day, I'm 172. Now, here's my story. When I was young, I was raised like typical American diet, eating junk food. Ate ramen noodles every day, mac and cheese, the vegetables my parents would cook, bless their hearts. My dad would nuke the broccoli in a microwave, no taste. My mom's a good cook. She would cook things, but we had a lot of pasta and spaghetti. We just had kind of typical American diet. Well, I was skinny, lots of energy when I was a kid. Just ate kind of what everybody else ate. Didn't think two thoughts about it. And when I went on a mission for my church when I was 19. And within about a year and a half, I realized I gained 40 pounds. What is this? I got a gut on me. I never gained weight in my life. So I lost it. I think we were doing Slim Fast. Lost a bunch of weight, and I came home. Just never changed my eating habits. Just ate junk. I just didn't really think twice about it. I remember every day I would come home from work and I'd eat a big plate of nachos and I have a big ice cream sundae and cookies and family events and just pig out. I love to go to buffets. I loved food. I still love food. And I just ate garbage. I was addicted to food. I'm not saying everyone's addicted to food, but I think a high majority of our population probably is. Some of us probably more than others. I definitely was way addicted to food. And 20 pounds a year over several years adds up to a lot. I soon found myself well over 300 pounds, 320 pounds. And I was miserable. I have a lot of empathy for people that are morbidly obese because I've been there and it sucks. It really does. It's hard to just live everyday life. I'm bending over and tying your shoes, sitting into a booth. I remember going to restaurants and I couldn't sit in a booth because I couldn't fit in. My stomach would be jammed up. Riding on an airplane was just uncomfortable. I couldn't do it. I know the people next to me were uncomfortable. I had a few experiences where it kind of made me decide to do something about my weight. There was 2 different times that I had lost 100 pounds and then gained it right back. And I did all these different diets. I did the Larry North American Slim Down. I focused on diets. And it was eat a bit of carbs, your protein, eat 5 meals a day, certain things to eat. Then I tried, Slim Fast. I tried all these fad diets. I took Fen-Phen. I did all these things to lose weight. A couple different times, lost 100 pounds, gained it right back. I felt like I was a stress eater. By the way, that's another thing that we're going to focus on this group. Because at the end of the day, you have got to get yourself into a spot, in a point in your life where you feel good about yourself, that you have the confidence to actually do this. And that is actually one of the biggest challenges. It's kind of like this. You got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have to finally make that decision and know you can do it and commit to it. And I know you guys all can do this. So let me keep going. So anyway, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I remember I was at this convention called Comdex, and I was sitting in the back row, and this lady was giving this presentation. There was a bunch of geeky nerd guys sitting in the back, and I raised my hand to answer the question, and she goes, "The big guy in the back." And I remember I was just crushed, and I really struggled with what to do. And I decided I wanted to get gastric bypass surgery. This is the time, who was it? Oprah? Someone came out and had gastric bypass surgery, or maybe it was like some singer or something. It's been so long I can't remember. And I said, I'm going to do that. I was so desperate, and I signed up to do it, and then I backed out. And then I went to this theme park called Lagoon one time with my family, and they have this ride called the Cliffhanger. And on this ride, they have these seats, and there's a couple seats with these yellow dots, and that's for bigger people. And I remember walking over to the seat. And by the way, when I do these things, I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm just showing my experience, kind of what it felt like to me. But I felt like, to me, I'm walking over to the seat, and I get onto the seat, and I'm putting the thing down. The worker comes over, and he's pushing it down, trying to get it to lock, and finally he goes, "I'm sorry, you're too big for this ride." And I got out, and I had to do the walk of shame off the ride. And I remember just crying my eyes out, bawling. I was like, I hate being fat. I hate it. I'm getting that surgery. Well, long story short, 22 years ago, I had gastric bypass surgery, and I actually almost died. I would not recommend people get gastric bypass surgery, let me just tell you. I did it. It helped me, but I wouldn't do it now. I would not do it now. I almost died. I got blood clots, went to my lungs. I literally almost died. I got an intestinal blockage another time, almost died. They actually had to do surgery on me. I was in this hospital for 18 days. They had to take my stomach out. I would not do lap bands. I would not do gastric bypass. It is not worth it, guys. If you had it, you probably know what I'm talking about. It gives you this 3 to 5 year kind of window, but most people will gain a lot of weight back, and so did I. I never got back to the 300s, but during that time, I ballooned up. I'd get up to I think the highest I got up to was about 230, 240 one time, and just not happy. And so I started doing all kinds of diets. I started doing keto. And by the way, I'm not knocking different things. If you find something that works great for you, great. You can take what we learn in Never Diet and apply it to whatever diet or eating program that you're doing. So I'm not ever going to criticize anything. If you feel that's the right thing for you, apply it to what is working for you. So I did keto. And then I thought, low carbs are working for me. I started doing low carb. And I just kind of found the foods that I would eat, and I ate a ton of bacon every day. I watch these videos and watch these people talking about these foods you could eat. Tons of lunch meat and tons of bacon, and I eat lots of high protein. And someone told me, fruit, you got to be careful of fruit. It's got too much sugar in it. You got to be careful of sugar. And so I would eat very little fruit because I was worried about sugar. Because don't believe it, folks. By the way, fruit is good for you. Eat fruit. All right. So for many, many years, I was this kind of like low carb, and I was always trying to find these things that I could eat that were low carb. I'd go to the store, I'd buy these low carb things. I thought they were good for me. I'm gonna turn around and go back this way. All right. So, but balance my weight. I'd go in and out. I got looking at some pictures of me during COVID. And boy, I put on the pounds. It was not good. And but here's the thing: I focused mainly on the weight because I cared about my appearance. I wanted to be attractive. I wanted to feel good. But it's just kind of like everyone. I just kind of focused on on dieting. Okay, fast forward this year.